Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Weather Cup, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Araquanid. Araquanid on team number 2 for my top 5 best teams for the Weather Cup. It's been quite some time since we've seen Araquanid featured on this channel, and it is making its triumphant return on team number 2 in the Weather Cup. Very strong, very powerful, excellent answer to the ground types in this meta, and quite bulky as we all know. And also on this team, Abomasnow on the safe swap running Razor Leaf. I don't often run Razor Leaf on Abomasnow, but in this meta, it is quite nice as there's nothing more satisfying than absolutely deleting those ground water types with Abomasnow. Very solid, very strong, very powerful in this meta. It's here for some added ground protection so that Lanturn on the lead can shine and do what it does best, and that is absolutely dominate. Lanturn, not only a powerhouse of the Open Great League, but also very strong, very powerful in the Weather Cup. It is amazing. We just really wanted to protect it from the very strong groundwater types like Swampert and Whiscash. And before we dive into the featured set of the video, gonna start things off with some bonus battles that I thought were a lot of fun. And here we go, picking up a Quagsire, very interesting. Gonna immediately swap into Abomasnow, get ahead, get some Razor Leaf damage in, and they meet us with a Toxapex. So very nice to draw this out because Araquanid with Bug Bite as its fast move doesn't necessarily want to see a Toxapex. And they do one-shot us with a Sludge Wave, and that is absolutely fine. Gonna just come back in with our Lanturn and look to really load up on energy here. We know that we comfortably tank a Sludge Wave, no problem, as we are very tanky, and Toxapex does not hit particularly hard. We are maxed on energy, and that is fine. Just gonna throw the Resisted Surf just to get rid of it. And it doesn't even quite KO, but we do get an extra spark out of the deal, and that is fine. So the play here now is to really put the pressure on this Quagsire, as it does have access to Stone Edge, which can hit our Araquanid for super effective. So going to throw one more Surf, and then put the hope and faith into Araquanid to perhaps pull this off for us. And here we go. It is Araquanid time. It looks like they're going to stay in to try and pressure us with a super effective Stone Edge. Going to absolutely shield that up. Yes, we are about as bulky as it gets, but a Stone Edge would still hurt quite a bit on Araquanid, and they've got an Alolan Sandslash in the back, so wow. They definitely have the right back line for us, but the good news is that we hardwall all of the charge moves that could possibly come from this Alolan Sandslash. They go for a Bulldoze. It does laughable damage. Their only damage worth mentioning is the neutral Shadow Claw fast move pressure. And we do go for that big Bug Buzz, doing quite a bit of resisted damage, and then we're going to look to catch here onto our Lanturn. And it is an Ice Punch, which is unfortunate because it doesn't quite KO. That's where the bulk kind of comes back to bite us a little bit, but we're still looking pretty good here. Shields are even. Gonna go for this bubble. I don't think we even really need it. We could have just farmed down, but that is fine. Still working out the kinks with this new meta. We are just fine here to shield up this Stone Edge, and we bite down the Quagsire. Araquanid coming in clutch, closing the game strong. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh man, Araquanid on team number 2 from my top 5 best Weather Cup teams did not disappoint. And here we go, positive lead, had a Semirot, they make a play into a Water Gun Lanturn, and you guys know what time it is. Not only is Abomasnow with Razor Leaf on this team to delete the ground water types, but also to dominate the Lanturns that are also running rampant in this meta. You absolutely love to see it. We do tank a Thunderbolt, no problem. We hardwall everything from the Lanturn, and just like that, it is gone. And right about here is where I kind of like the non-shadow Abomasnow. The added bulk is really nice, especially when you run a fast move that doesn't charge your charge moves very fast. It allows you to hang in there that much longer to get off that much super effective damage. And they do take us out with super effective Oh my gosh. Almost, I want to say X Scissors, Fury Cutters. My goodness. We will shield up the Mega Horn. Not sure what they have in the back. It's a Swampert, and this is why we've got Araquanid in the back, guys, for these ground types like Swampert. Oh, it is a thing of beauty because we absolutely hardwall the conventional moveset on Swampert. And it looks like that's exactly what they were running as they realized it was over. They do top left and concede. Good game, well played. Oh, I'm telling you guys, Araquanid on team number 2 was really coming in clutch in a lot of these battles. And here we go. Mirror matchup. Lanturn running Water Gun. Another Water Gun Lanturn. I honestly don't see a justifiable reason to run Water Gun in this meta, to be honest, guys. I don't know why people are running it. I stick with the Spark. It's really nice in this mirror matchup, as well as doing super effective to other water types in the meta. They go Thunder. Wow, that was quite surprising to see as they make a play into a Bastiodon. So was not expecting to see one of these lurking in the back, and letting that Thunder go did not help our cause one bit. So we got to kind of recover from that. Just going to try and get to as many Surfs as possible, as Bastiodon is an absolute nightmare for our backline, although Abomasnow, under the right circumstances, can absolutely put in work against Basti. But they let it go. That is amazing. That worked out beautifully. That's the power of Lanturn in this meta. So now, going to bring in Abomasnow to farm this thing all the way down. But Lanturn, with that immense bulk, does get to one final Surf. And they have a Tentacruel in the back. So definitely not the backline this team wants to see, I will admit, guys. So it's looking a little rough. But our Razor Leafs are hitting for neutral, and again, the non-shadow Abomasnow coming in clutch, hanging on long enough to put the pressure on this poison-type Tentacruel here. That was quite clutch, and now it's all up to Araquanid, up a shield, but we can only do resisted damage to this Tentacruel, and Tentacruel quite bulky as well. They do go for the Acid Spray. We no-shield the first one, as the subsequent Acid Sprays will do more damage. And right here, guys, I totally threw because I did not realize that Lanturn was still alive, guys. I was not paying attention to the top where it shows that there are 2 remaining. I thought we took that thing out with Razor Leaf. So here I am thinking, oh, I don't have to worry about a catch. I can just throw whenever I want to. All the while, there was a 1 HP Lanturn still lurking in the back, and that is just about gonna do us in, guys. My goodness. I think we still could have made this work. Had I been paying attention, it would have been close, but I think we maybe could have edged that out. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. Good game, well played to them. Had a lot of fun with those bonus battles, but we now move into the featured set of the video, and we're picking up a not-so-good lead. Shadow Abomasnow running Powder Snow, so we do hang in there a little bit to get a couple of sparks, just to have a little bit of a head start on their backline. We make a play into our own Abomasnow, and they actually meet us with a Poliwrath. So we do successfully shield up that Dynamic Punch. That would have been awful. So we are down a shield, but we will let this potential Weather Ball go. It does hit us for neutral damage. Quite a bit, but we've got a Weather Ball of our own for this opposing Abomasnow here, and they do let that go. And because we got so far ahead on energy, we will make it to a second one, and most likely, if they want to hang on to switch advantage, likely get that shield right back, and we do. And again, the non-shadow coming in clutch, hanging in there long enough to get some additional Razor Leafs. And we come in with our Araquanid, and they've got a nice shiny Lanturn of their own in the back. So this is okay. We are even and staying in for just a little bit to get a couple of sparks in to get that energy lead is really gonna most likely come in handy here because we are ahead by 1 spark on this opposing Lanturn, which means that we will outpace and we can go straight Thunderbolt here in this matchup. We don't have to bait because we are ahead on energy here. Going for Thunderbolt number 2, and we do grab the shield. That would have been lights out just about for this opposing Lanturn here. And now we are in a good position. We can call a bait. They really do have to bait because they are behind, and we do successfully call that. And they do get to another serve. We've got the move. We did trigger the CMP event, so might as well shield to further solidify this matchup here. This Thunderbolt will absolutely KO, and we know that Abomasnow does have some energy, but our Spider is about as tanky as it gets, and they do concede the match before they go down. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. Oh, team number 2 from my top 5 best Weather Cup teams was really putting in the work. And here we go. Basti lead. Relatively neutral lead all across the board. Not often that Lanturn gets outbulked, but Bastiodon is definitely a Pokemon that actually outbulks Lanturn, which is absolutely insane. So you just go straight Surf, and you'll want to definitely throw with optimal timing. They come in with a Ludicolo running Razor Leaf, so we're going to throw Araquanid in here. We are taking neutral damage from these Razor Leafs, while also doing super effective with our Bug Bites because of its grass typing. We will have to shield up an Energy Ball, and we're not going to bother baiting. We're going to go right for the big Bug Buzz. If they let it go, we're going to say bye-bye to the Ludicolo. You love to see it. And that is okay. We are still pretty healthy. Fully expecting that Basti to come back in. But we can hit this thing for... super effective with our Bubble Beams. You'd never know it because it doesn't do much damage, but they're going to throw right away. That is amazing. They are now energy dry, but the switch timer is not quite up, and they have a second Razor Leafer in the back. Never thought that I would see a justified use of Grass Hole in any meta, but it is justified in this one, and we've got just the answer to the second Razor Leafer in the form of Lombre. Kind of cool to see, actually. We're going to go for a Weather Ball. Hits for neutral, and we take out the Lombre. You'll love to see it with our Abomasnow. And now you guys are going to see the power of non-shadow Abomasnow. Able to hang in here with the bulk long enough to fake a potential energy ball. I'm kind of just banking on them not knowing the counts, and it looks like they don't know the counts. We grab the final shield, which is amazing. Very clutch from our non-shadow Abomasnow. All we have to do is shield up the Stone Edge, and we will make it to a Surf, which will absolutely be sealing the deal, allowing us to say bye-bye to the Bastiodon. Oh, team number 2 was so clutch in the Weather Cup. That's going to be a good game. Well played. So yes, in case you were wondering, does team number 2 handle Grass Hole? Yes, you have your answer with the previous battle. And here we go, Whiscash, terrible lead. We make a play into our Abomasnow, and they made us with a Basti. So again, not as bad as you would think, especially if you have the non-shadow, because having that additional bulk allows you to hang in long enough to get off that heavy neutral Razor Leaf damage, as well as even an energy ball if under the right circumstances. And they undercharge. Nice undercharge, trainer. They wanted to get some additional farm, and that is fine. All we have to do is come back in with our Lanturn, and guys, our non-shadow Abomasnow really put in the work on this Bastiodon, considering it's Bastiodon, and we do let the Stone Edge go, and just gonna look to overload as much as possible. They aggro swap back into the Whiscash. Oh, maybe got a little impatient. I don't know, but we'll take that all day, guys, because this is exactly why we've got Araquanid on team number 2 to protect Lanturn from these very powerful ground types like Whiscash, like Swampert. You'll love to see it. We also hardwall the moveset of Whiscash as well, guys. Everything is resisted. And combining that with our immense bulk only compounds the issue and makes it a lot worse for the ground type, which is why Araquanid, quite good in the meta right now. Gonna go for a Bubble Beam just to take a little bit of the sting off of these charge attacks that are thoroughly resisted with our bug typing. They're gonna get to one final Mud Bomb. And I do believe we will be able to farm this thing all the way down. And we do. Now, fully expecting the low health Basti to come back in. So going to go for a Bubble Beam. Like I said, it does hit for super effective, but you'd never know because it doesn't do nearly as much damage as you need. They soak that and come in with a Kingdra. So going to look to just debuff this and make a play back into our Lanturn. We are still relatively healthy, absolutely loaded on energy because we did exercise some patience. Going to bait with a Surf, and we do grab a shield, and now we're going to go for the Thunderbolt here. I was not expecting a shield, but they can, and they do, and that is fine. We do still have 2 shields, and we are still relatively healthy here. Gonna shield up whatever this is. We really need to get some damage in on this Kingdra here, as our Araquanid is quite low, and now we are getting low with our Lanturn. We did get that debuff from the Octazooka, which is unfortunate because this Thunderbolt will not do nearly as much neutral damage as we'd like to see. They aggro swap back into the Basti. Their erratic swapping is not helping them one bit. They just gave our Araquanid even more farm. And now all we have to do is shield up whatever this is, and we are bulky enough, I believe, to make it to the big Bug Buzz. And they get another debuff. Holy smokes. But it's not going to matter. We get to this Bug Buzz, which means we're saying bye-bye to the Kingdra. Man, that one was coming down to the wire, but Araquanid comes in clutch yet again, closing the game strong. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh man, I was thoroughly impressed with how Araquanid performed on team number 2 in a lot of these battles. Here we go, awful lead, but they swap, they give us switch. We had a Swamper and they swapped out on our Lanturn lead. The only reason I could think of as to why they would do that is if they're not running Earthquake. They might have been running Sludge Wave, but they do make a play into a Razor Leaf Ludicolo. And we come in with our Araquanid. We went for the big Bug Buzz. They shielded, but we did get the defense drop, which will absolutely help us with our planned farm down. We do plan to farm this thing all the way down to Funky Town. It is not making it to another move, and they do come back in with the Swampert. So very interesting to see. We do have a Bug Buzz, not likely that we make it to another move, and they let it go. Oh, you love to see it. And they are going to throw their energy as they absolutely cannot farm down. So they do throw a resistant Hydro Cannon that does take us out. And we're going to actually come in with Abomasnow. And they've got an Abomasnow of their own. So another double Razor Leaf for line. This one comes in its shadow form. Going to go for this neutral Weather Ball. Does hit for neutral as it is part grass. And we do grab the shield. We will return the shield in kind. I do believe we are ahead by 1 Razor Leaf on this Abomasnow here. And all we have to do is get to another Razor Leaf. We will beat them to it. Like I said, we are 1 Razor Leaf ahead. And this will absolutely be sealing the deal against their Abomasnow. We say bye-bye, and we delete the Swampert with 2 Razor Leaves. Oh, you love to see it. Another double Razor Leaf for line. Bites the dust, courtesy of team number 2. Good game, well played. So if you were concerned about the double Razor Leaf for lines going into this meta, have no worries. Team number 2 handles them just fine. We had an Araquanid lead. That's a positive lead with our Lanturn. They make a play into a Lanturn of their own, and it is Abomasnow time. You absolutely love to see it. They do get to a Thunderbolt. We tank that all day. That's resisted with our grass typing. And they will make it to another one. This is why you don't want to be running Water Gun Lanturn in this meta. There's no reason to run Water Gun. Spark Lanturn actually gets to 2 Thunderbolts on a Razor Leaf Abomasnow. So they do get us quite low, but we did farm all the way down, which allows us to get to this hard-hitting neutral energy ball on the Araquanid that does come back in. They will be able to farm us all the way down, but Abomasnow absolutely put in the work. Gonna look to go for a Thunderbolt here on this very large tanky spider, and we do grab the shield, so that is fine. We will shield up the potential Bug Buzz. Not sure what else they could have in the back. Having a healthy Lanturn could be quite useful. And we do shield. They get the defense fall, and they top left. I wonder what they had in the back. I really don't know, guys. Maybe another water type. Maybe they were running triple water. But it does not matter, as Lanturn was strong enough, healthy enough to seal the deal apparently. Good game, well played to our opponent, and that is the team, my friends. How about it? Team number 2 was thoroughly impressive, really put in the work. Araquanid was quite clutch in many of those battles. Very solid in this meta. Team number 2, very powerful overall. It did not disappoint. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you guys.